Morning. Bill Kim here from the Congregational and Presbyterian Churches in Clarion, Iowa. My friend Ted is helping me. We're having a visual aid this morning. We read this morning from Matthew chapter 28, the last few verses in that chapter. And I said to the congregation that many times when you read a book, when you see a movie, when you listen to a story, it's that beginning and ending. Certainly there's stuff in the middle, but sometimes you pick up a whole lot with just the beginning or just the ending. Matthew chapter 28 is a whole lot. We have a visual I'd like to summarize for you today. The one who has all authority, that's Jesus, God, who raised him from the tomb. Remember in last week's celebration, God gave that authority to Jesus. So now, the one who has all authority in heaven and on earth, that's Jesus, sends out his followers to grow disciples of all nations, every people, everywhere. There are no boundaries to sharing God's love. We have been empowered, strengthened, sent by Jesus Christ to all nations, baptizing and teaching them all that Jesus has taught. The summary for me would be Matthew chapter 22, when Jesus says, love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor like you love yourself. The commands, all of the Bible that Jesus had at the time rested on those two commands. Teaching all that Jesus has commanded, teaching that is difficult, but we remember while we go that Jesus is with us all the days to come. Jesus, with all authority on heaven, in heaven and on earth, sends out his followers, that's you and me, to all nations, that's everywhere, baptizing and teaching them all that Jesus has commanded, teaching them about loving God and loving our neighbors. And remember that while we do that difficult or impossible task, it is made possible because Jesus is with us all the days to come while we go. One of the things that we have here at our churches is some of my really short sermons, like a sentence long. I encourage people to memorize. Those are probably my best ones when they're a sentence long. This is a sentence long. It's a little bit awkward, but it is a sentence. The one who has all authority in heaven and on earth sends out his followers to grow disciples of all nations, baptizing and teaching them all that he has commanded. And remember that while we go, Jesus is with us all the days to come. May that be true for you and me this week. What happens after Easter? This happens after Easter. Amen.